Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. This is the introduction to the upcoming video about my very first IUI, trying to conceive a second child. So I'm gonna go into the ultrasound, the medication I was taking, the actual insemination, like how it works, what it looked like, not what it looked like, you're not going to see a video of that, but what it was like for me. And then you're going to see, if it was successful or not. So enjoy the video, guys.
Good morning, guys. This is going to be just a kind of a get ready with me, but I'm probably not going to talk about what I'm putting on for makeup, but I am going to talk about my upcoming ultrasound today. All right, so today I've been taking letrozole for ovulation. I took that cycle day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Today we're on cycle day 16. I feel no different at all. But we're gonna go in for an ultrasound and just see what there is. So they're gonna see if there's follicles, if they're mature enough to potentially ovulate, and then we might do like a trigger booster shot to get them to ovulate. I actually don't know. We haven't done this yet with this doctor. Back before when we were trying to get McKenna, we did go through all of this, but every doctor's protocol is different. My doctor retired. He was great, but this guy's great too. So I don't know what they're gonna do today. We'll see. This is the first time Mike is able to go to any appointment, so that's gonna be cool. Now this doctor will actually know that like I have a husband. And that would be cool. Oh, you wanna hear a crazy story? So I did look up online, like, how many follicles this usually produces, and it's different for everybody, obviously, and don't ever go looking online. It's just stupid, but I did. And it could produce any number of follicles, and it does not have a higher chance than another fertility drug called Clomid that I took before when we were trying to get McKenna. It has a lower chance of multiples, which is great. My husband is twin, but that's not genetic it doesn't come down the male side like that. So if you're gonna have like fraternal twins, it would be on the female side because she would be more apt to produce like 2 eggs. But he's a twin, and not that that really matters. So if there are more than one mature follicle ready on, and they'll test both ovaries, and it does help produce eggs in both ovaries, which is usually a normal woman produces 1 egg each month, alternating sides. One of my sides might be jacked up from a huge cyst that was on there, and we had to go in before we got pregnant with McKenna and do a surgery to remove it. It just was not working correctly. So still don't know. I mean, maybe it's working. Last time when we went in and we were just doing a generic check out everything ultrasound, he was like, "Oh, your ovary on the right, my left side looks like it just ovulated, or it's about to." So we're like, "Oh, cool." But it also could mean oh, there's something wrong with it. It just looks like a big black hole. So I don't know. Anyway, so today we will see how many eggs there are. It doesn't necessarily mean if there's 4 eggs, you'll have 4 babies. Usually it's if there's 4 eggs, you might still not even get pregnant. So it's a crapshoot. Although, if there are 4 eggs, my husband's gonna be like, "Ugh." I'm more of "Oh, it's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen." But he's more of a realist. He's probably like, "Are you nuts?"
Please don't judge on how I'm putting my makeup on, because I am not a makeup expert. I do like doing makeup, but... Oh, hello, McKenna. I don't know where my story is. Why do you have clothes on still? Your stuff's behind your door. Get moving. Quick, 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 quick. Oh, those are cute. Those are cute shorts. Those are the ones Brianna had on. She had the same ones. I love those. They're kind of... What is it? A picture of Sean. Oh, cool. Oh, that's sweet, Bobo. He's so sweet. I love my mama forever, never, never. You're sweet. I love you too. All right, go put the short sleeves on. It's gonna be hot today. Okay.
wanted to just share that with you as I head into today. The next clip that you see will be me leaving the office, and whatever news I have, I will share it with you. So, wish me luck. I will see you guys soon. Good news today. One very large mature follicle, and they shot me in the belly with a shot that makes you ovulate and to release that mature follicle. And then tomorrow morning, IUI time. So I'm pretty excited. You know, half of my brain is like, it's probably a cyst. It's not even an egg, because I've just had such a bad past with all this. And then part of me is like, oh my gosh, just be happy. Like this could happen. So, you know, it's back and forth. Okay, so fingers crossed. We will know August 18th if this worked or not, and then move forward with the next plan if it didn't work. And if it did work, that'd be awesome. All right, I will check in with you guys soon. So here it is, getting an IUI today. First IUI of our experience trying to conceive, number 2. Just pulled into the parking lot, and they give you a little card after your husband drops off his sample. They wash it, they do all this stuff to basically I think they separate like the actual swimmers from the stuff, and then that's what they're going to insert like right up into my uterus to have the best chance of conceiving. So they give you a little card, and they verify 1,000,000 times, if I remember, you know, from the last time we did this before we got pregnant with McKenna. Give you a little card. It has a little color on it, and it's like a top secret color because you have to know the color, and you have to have the card, and you have to have your ID, and they don't want to mix up they don't want to mix anything up so that you get the wrong baby. Oh my God. Oh, so they'll verify that 1,000,000 times. I do remember that for sure. And we'll see. So today might be a very big day, or today might just be another day on our journey trying to conceive, number 2. So I am trying not to put too much pressure on myself, not too much pressure on this appointment, not too much pressure on this procedure, and just say like, this is a step in the right direction. I was reading an article that said that fertility treatments compound over time with their success rating. Does that make sense? So the more treatments that you do, the more things you do on the right path, the more times you do an IUI, the more the success goes up. So we will see. Hopefully we'll look back at this video and say, oh my gosh, that was the day we conceived our daughter in the doctor's office. So we'll see. All right, guys, thanks for watching. So guess what came today, guys? My period.
My period.
Starting over. And it's not like I just found this out 1 minute ago and then come on here because I needed to decompress. It's 3 o'clock now, and found out all that about 9 o'clock a.m. And pretty much the whole time I'm just like, you know, why me?
Why me?
Like, it sucks for like the day that you're going through it, and then not even a whole day, a couple hours, you're like, God, this sucks. We're gonna start over again and try another cycle. And the good part about this is that I'm gonna try to see the good today. The good part about this is being on a cycle where you have to like do something right away and to get to the next step kind of takes your mind off of the like dwelling on it. And so 9 o'clock this morning, I find out, you know, oh God, okay, we're out for this cycle. I kind of had a feeling because I took some tests this past week and it was like negative, negative, negative. And of course I'm like trying to see a line on the test, but negative, negative, negative. And then I just kind of anticipated last night I had a headache, and that's like my surefire sign that like I'm probably gonna start my period the next day. So anyway, I think being on a fertility journey, you know, seeing a specialist it's a different kind of distraction, because now I know that like, okay, today's day 1. That means on day 3, I need to be starting my next round of you know, I need to call the doctor. I need to get that put into, I need to get that prescription in, and I need to get moving. What's next? What's next? What's next? And that's just like my life on this journey. So we're going to try the whole cycle again. We're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to hope for better results this time. Yeah, probably a week ago, I was like, oh my God, I was like the most hopeful. I was like, yeah, I really feel like I'm pregnant, and you know, pregnancy symptoms and I'm getting my period symptoms are actually the exact same symptoms.
I'm crampy, I'm bloated, my boobs hurt, you know.
So it can be really hard to tell like through symptoms, but any of you that know what I'm talking about, you understand. So anyway, I'm in a much better mind space right now than I was 6 hours ago. And my husband, bless his heart, gets to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly, the ugliest of the ugly. But I mean, he's right. We do have such a beautiful, healthy, smart daughter already. That. So there's something to be thankful for. There's nothing wrong with me at this point. There's definitely nothing wrong with my husband, and we should be thankful for that at this point. We've done one IUI. You know, there's people out there that are moving on to IVF, and I almost want to say, like, I know it's not going to get to that point, but even if it does, like, that's just part of the journey. So coming to you in a much better headspace right now, but letting you know that we're not pregnant this cycle and we're going to start over. And if you believe in God, send some prayers up for us because we need it. All right, we'll keep you posted on the next cycle.